This is Justin Bradford, the Penalty Box Radio, here with Jeremy K. Gover, the Nashville Predators Radio Network, here from American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, where the Nashville Predators fell 3-2 to the Dallas Stars, Central Division champions. Jeremy, what did you notice out of this game?
That they had a lot of push. I thought the Predators, who had literally nothing to play for, they were locked into the first wildcard spot. They couldn't move up or down regardless, and their playoff opponent wasn't even dictated by how they did. It's all out of their hands. So the fact that they hung in with the Dallas Stars, the Central Division's best team, which we can now say officially, they're the best team because St. Louis lost tonight and Dallas won. I thought they showed a ton of poise and just in passion, bringing their best game forward, considering the players they had, right? Because there were a lot of scratches tonight, and hanging with this team for basically exactly 59 minutes.
And speaking of those scratches, you had Mike Fisher out, Roman Josi, Shea Weber, Mike Ribeiro, Pecorine, all did not even make the trip tonight. So you had players like Victor Arvidsson seeing a lot more minutes, Colton Sissons. Just a lot of these young guns getting an opportunity. Corey Potter was called up from the Milwaukee Admirals. What did you see out of their game that you thought might have impressed you to set the tone?
I thought Cody Bass played his best game of his season at the NHL level anyway, and I thought Victor Arvidsson played a great game on the second line. And I liked Colton Sissons as the second line center. I thought he played really well. Again, tons of positives about the guys. Look, they're not as talented as Mike Ribeiro, Shea Weber, Romeo. Okay, let's not joke around. But at the same time, that's what wins in the playoffs, right? Your depth players step up. Someone is always a hero, and it's very rarely a star. And so, like in the Islanders, had Bobby Nystrom, right? And then the Kings, Alec Martinez. I mean, these guys are usually the heroes, and so you need your depth guys to step up and play a bigger game in the playoffs. And I think they saw maybe a little bit of an audition for a lot of that.
And one of those guys that the Predators are hoping will step up big time in the playoffs is Ryan Johansen. We spoke with him right after the game.
Yeah, we didn't have the same start to the second as we did in the first, and we just want to get back to that hockey. So it was good to take a deep breath there and get back to our game.
Now, obviously, different lineup tonight, a lot of the younger players. What did you think of the chances that they were able to have in this game?
They did a lot of good things. So I think it was a good opportunity for the coaches to see who's deserving of a spot, and tonight was a lot of the guys' opportunities to do that. And I'm sure they made it tough on the coaches. And a lot of great players in this room, and guys played their butts off out there tonight. So, whoever's drawn in or with injuries, we're going to need everyone in here to step up at times. And we feel we have a really deep team and organization, and hopefully we can use it to our advantage.
One of the players that everyone was watching out of Pred Nation tonight was Filip Forsberg. Had the opportunity to break Jason Arnott's single-season goal record for the franchise at 33. Forsberg did not get that, but he still had a very strong game. Lots of opportunities out there. Forsberg didn't look like he was holding the stick too tight at all. Had lots of opportunities, even one off the post. So overall, what was his game like? Yeah,
the one off the post actually ended up going off of the referee after that, and then Kalle Järnkrok buried it to make it 2-0 Predators. So yes, a great game by Forsberg as well. Again, maybe not impacting the score sheet too much, at least in the column that we all would have maybe liked to have seen, which is the goal column, but he did play a strong game away from the puck. He played a strong game with the puck, and he made things happen out there every shift, which he does so often.
And here are the thoughts from Filip Forsberg.
Yeah, I think the guys, we're battling really hard. Obviously, we're 2-2 with Dallas, and they got, they're playing for the win in the conference, and obviously we're 2-2 all the way to 1 minute left, and we're playing really hard. And the guys are battling out there. I think that's basically the biggest thing that we wanted to see, and we really got that.
Prior to the matchup, Peter Laviolette spoke about setting the tone for the game and how good habits can be formed in this game going into the playoffs. Gover, what did you think about the habits that were formed tonight in terms of the overall game for the Predators?
Well, that was just it. I think Peter Laviolette mentioned pregame, right? And I'm paraphrasing, but he essentially said that he wanted to set the table, set those good habits up going into the playoffs. That was the main goal. Not necessarily he didn't say this, but not necessarily the 2 points, not necessarily the win. He just wanted to see good things, good habits developed going into the playoffs, and I think he saw that tonight.
And here's post-game with Nashville Predators head coach Peter Laviolette.
I thought we played a real strong game. So that was good. I thought it was, good games down the stretch here. Play well, and play the game the way it needs to be played. We did a lot of good things tonight. Unfortunate at the end, it's a real tough ending. But if you're looking at the performance right now, which I think is important going into the playoffs, just guys playing well. I thought guys played really hard tonight. Did some good things. I really like the way we played. The chances were in our favor, shots were in our favor. Did a lot of good things out there tonight. Scoreboard not in our favor. So That's the disappointing thing about it. But as far as effort goes and what the guys brought to the ice tonight, I really liked it.
And there you have it. The Nashville Predators fall the Dallas Stars, the Central Division champions, 3-2 here at American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. Up next are the playoffs for all teams.
Look, the opponent's either going to be LA or Anaheim for Nashville. There's no question about that. Obviously, that's been secured since, I think, Tuesday of this week. So we're just waiting, kind of see what the final scores are for tonight's games. But at the end of the day, I like the Predators' chances versus either team. I like them a lot, actually. The only team that I didn't want to see the Predators play, that scared me, so to speak, was Chicago, and that's not possible. So, and again, if they do the LA Anaheim series, whichever one it is, the Predators will then stick with the West Coast because they've now fallen into the Pacific Division kind of bracket, if you will. So they've avoided Chicago, essentially, and any other Central Division team until the third round, if they make it that far, which hopefully they will in the Western Conference Finals. So I just like their chances regardless. I think they showed a lot of poise and a lot of promise in the last 3 games that didn't mean anything to them. And so they played really well, and they have really set themselves up for success.
There you have it. That's Jeremy K. Gover, the Nashville Predators Radio Network. This is Justin Bradford, Penalty Box Radio. Thank you for tuning in.